Good morning. Hey, watermelon. Hey, can you hear music? Just a question. Okay. I was just wondering because it was playing in the background and I was like, hmm. So, how are you today, girlfriend? Hey, just saying, how are you? I'm coming on today because I can. No, I'm just kidding. That's my hype word for today. I always say when people ask why, I be like, what's the use in asking why? Because why gonna always wonder. But today, when somebody asks me why, the answer is because I can. Even when I ask myself why, sure, because you can, because I can. How come watermelon? Because I can. And I really just kind of got a little bit stirred from listening to Hey Guns. I got stirred a little bit listening to Gary. We always be kind of feeding off each other's vibe when we be going live or whatever. And it was. I mean, yeah, there's a good thing in a team. I love that. I do look at y'all like y'all my little team. But it's a team without great expectations. I expect y'all to be exactly who y'all are at any given moment, with me. I feel like we all come and operating in the genuine space. Ain't no need for us to have no kind of disputes, We operate in love right here. And even in small instances where we might have misunderstandings or disagreements, it all generates back to love. I'm not trying to fall out of love with none of y'all. And when I say I'm in love with y'all, I mean that agape, the love that God expects me to love you with. Not I want to bust it down or get in your atmosphere. Here he go talking about seeds. Starting trouble. Spit the seeds out, Gary. Spit the seeds out. Hey, did y'all mom used to tell y'all if y'all swallowed a watermelon seed, a watermelon will grow in y'all belly? And then they used to be like, if you swallow your gum, it'll stick to your dental work. That was the dumbest thing in the world. Swallow your gum, it'll stick to your dental work. The lies. What? I wanted to make it clear on these YouTube streets of how I love y'all. The way that you love me, you always show me. Y'all gotta listen to that song by Jonathan McReynolds. The way that you love me. I love that song. Don't never let me go. Don't never let me go. But I just like to add the because to that I can. And that's what I'm talking about today. That we can do whatever we put our mind to. We can definitely do all things through Christ who strengthens us. But at the end of the day, if you apply yourself, whether it's want to start a business, whether it's to work towards a promotion, whether it's to buy a home, you can do it. Why? Because you can. No other reason. Because I can. And why can't I? Because God says so. He put us here with all these gifts and talents, not to doubt, but to go and operate in those gifts and talents. Your gifts make room for you. And I think that sometimes we forget that in our doing, you know, it's like we be just doing, and we don't remember to think about the gift. When I do this, how can I accomplish this? I accomplish this by using this gift, which is a tool. I'm in a space right now where I got to utilize every tool. If it's the gift of gab, I need to enact that. If it's the gift of being having a lot of charisma or personality, I need to enact that. Bust it, bust it, bust it down, brown. Bust it, bust it, bust it down, brown. Wiggle, wiggle, shake, shake, wiggle, wiggle, shake, shake. Bust it, bust it, bust it down, brown. Oh, 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 bust it down, brown. Bust it down, brown. Bust it down, brown. Bust it down. Good morning, Gary. For the man that needs no introduction, just a little song. Bust it, bust it, bust it down, brown. But anywho, yeah, it's to enact our gifts, and our gifts are not necessarily just what we do. Like, I'm a hairstylist. That's a gift and a talent for me. For some people, it might just be a talent. And the reason why I say it's a gift for me, because I do believe I have the ability to change a person's day in what I do. I really do. And I believe that just by way of the conversations or the feedback that I get from clients, there's a space on my booking site that allows you to leave reviews. And I've always gotten reviews that say it was more than just a hair experience. It was more than just, it was always something else that they got. And that's why I know it's a duo for me. It's a gift and a talent. I think that's why when I met with the man yesterday, I met at another barbershop salon, and I was talking to an older guy. He had been doing hair, longer than me. He's a little older. Well, he's probably, I don't know, he older than me, but he had been doing hair for a long time. And he was just talking about, one of the guys asked me how long I've been doing hair, and I said like over 30 years. And he was like, "You ain't ready to retire?" And I said, "No, I'm not, because it's not time for me to retire." I said, what I'm doing now is preparing myself that when I am ready, that I'm able. I was like, but there's still something for me to do in this industry. And then the man went on to tell a story about how he retired 3 times. And he kept saying, God got something for you. God got something for you. That was a reason why I really felt kind of like, could this be a place? Remember I told you I had the place that I can go work or whatever, but I also said I wanted to turn a couple corners and maybe visit a few more to make sure, that I'm in a space that I, number one, fit, and number two, that's going to be beneficial to me in this moment. So I really like that spot. Now, I really like that spot. But having said all that, we all have something that we have to do, and we have something that we're trying to do. And in doing so, it's going to be people that either are going to be drawn to you, or there's going to be those people that will stand by the side and be like, why are you trying to do that? Why? They don't understand what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because it's what you're supposed to be doing. When people don't understand, we call them haters, but really they don't understand. They don't understand why your light shines that way in theirs. They don't understand, why would you jump out on faith like that? I'm not going to do it. I'm scared to do that. People that are haters operate from a spirit of fear, I do believe. And the fear is, why can't you just be yourself instead of worried about others? But at the end of the day, we have to remember our, number one, we have to remember our why. Why am I doing this? Why did I set forth on this journey? Why am I here? Then you have to remember you can do it. It's like, if I allow okay, now they say get out of your own way. If I allowed myself to be in my own way, I would give up. And I think that's the hardest part in doing anything, is staying out of your own way. And a lot of times it's kind of hard to identify when you in your own way. But it's always a good thing that you're able to check and reset. Yeah, you can check and reset. Wait a minute, am I out of order right here? Let me reset and get back on my square the way I'm supposed to be. So don't do it this way, do it that way, people. Always, but never. Well, yeah. Um, and I think that's where a lot of our I guess unity is missing. That's where a lot of our conflict is because you got those that walk and then those that talk. If you can't walk and talk at the same time, then I don't know what to tell you. Because while I'm walking, I can't hear you. But and it also comes with once again identifying your why, your purpose, or whatever it is that you call it. My why is simply because I love God and I want to do anything that He wants me to do to the best of my ability, so that those things that I'm, trying to accomplish will fall into place because they're on the right foundation. They're not built on my own fleshly desires. They're not built on greed. They're not built on monkey see, monkey do. There's a connection that you have in a relationship with God that allows you to know, this is good. Even, I mean, I believe that, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't do it unless He say. And I'm like, yeah, in a sense, but at the same time, I think that He allows us to do the things that we want to do, but He also wants us to trust Him in doing those things so that we do it to the best of our ability, and so that in the end He has the glory and that it's beneficial not only to us but to someone else. A lot of people don't like to think that they are an example, but unfortunately we are. If you have children, you already can't even have that argument. You're an example to your children. The way you go get it is an example to your children. The way you deal with it is an example to your children. The way you achieve it is an example to your children. Where are they going to get it from if you're not setting a good example? My kids grown. I think I set a few examples for them, but I wasn't in this space back then when I was, raising my children at young age or whatever. Ooh, let me turn my ringer off. We made it good without the phone ringing. But when you grow and you learn, whether it's from mistakes or just from as you accomplish things and get one thing under your belt and exit into another, when you learn, you know better, you do better. It says my people perish for the lack of knowledge. We don't even want to gain knowledge about a lot of things to even be successful. You can't just get up and do something. That ain't the because I can. You can because you've done research. You can because you're putting forth the effort to find out how to do this. How does this work? What do I need to accomplish this? How does this, what's the time frame? What's my demographics of a thing that I'm doing? Or it's just so many things that we have to be aware of when we say because I can. Because you can if you want to, but if it ain't right, it just ain't gonna be. It just ain't gonna be. And I can think for myself that there's a lot of things that I did and I thought that were good things and they didn't come, into fruition. And it wasn't because it was bad things, it was because I didn't gain no kind of knowledge about it. I just, like I told you, I got that thing where I jump out the plane and then reach back and grab my what's it called? Parachute. That's a blessing and a curse. On one hand, I'm never scared, but on the other hand, sometimes I don't think things all the way through. That's why I constantly make sure I check and reset, even in my transition here. Before I left, I did it because I'm like, hold up, let me make sure that this ain't me jumping out, blah, blah, blah. No, it wasn't. But what I do realize is, although you're supposed to do something, and you can have a whole full plan of what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do, and all that good stuff. His yes don't necessarily include your plan. His go ahead don't necessarily mean it's gonna go exactly the way you think it's gonna go. His yes means that No matter what happens, how it's going, you got to be number one, quick on your feet and ready to shift, bob and weave, refocus, pivot, whatever the case may be. And then also be ready to scratch your whole plan and go with the one that is showing before your face. It might be a piece of your plan that you only needed. A lot of things that we do when we move by faith, I think we have an idea. But where faith comes in is when you realize, man, is this right? Because it don't seem like what I thought it was going to be. Your faith is supposed to kick in at that point to know I saw the finish. I saw the finish. We never see the middle, but we give up a lot of times in the middle. I believe if we saw the middle, we would never move. If we saw the middle, we would never make a move, because the middle is work. The middle is scary. The middle is where things flash before your eyes and change in an instant when you least expect it. The middle is where you got to be on your toes and be ready. The middle is where your plan A, B, and C is enacted, but then you realize you needed a D and you ain't got it. Now you got to get one real quick. That's what's in the middle. Harvest. We talk about that all the time. I believe that the middle is the harvest. The seed was planted in the middle. In the beginning. When you started making your plans and getting ready to do everything, that's where all the care and work went into feeding that seed and working on it and allowing it to start growing. But now that it has grown and it's boom, we in it, we here, we got this whole big field of opportunity. We got this whole big field of everything that we wanted to see, we wanted to get to. But now we got to do the work to see it all the way through. Yes, it's the climax and it's rough. It's hard. It rises. It's that peaking point, you know what I mean? Where if you quit anywhere in that middle, the end suffers. So when it's painful, you got to keep going through the middle. When it's scary, you got to keep going through the middle. When it looked totally opposite of what you thought it was going to look, guess what? You got to keep going through the middle. Why? Because that's faith. What you got them eyeballs of watermelon? Y'all talk about season watermelon all day. I make a joke about climax and you got big eyes. And that's sad because out of everything I done said for the last 20 minutes, y'all heard that loud and clear. Am I lying? Who said it? Calvin, stop me when I'm lying. Just like when I first came on here and I put what that mouth do, everybody was excited, like, "Ooh, what's she talking about?" See y'all, little nasty things. But I woke up this. I told you I'm going to Charleston to do some hair. I have to rethink that plan. Yes, I'm going to go, but I ain't going this weekend, because me going this weekend was me not operating in faith, but me making a rash decision and boom, jumping and moving. That was one of the moments where I was about to not have my parachute when I need it. I'm just messing with y'all. Did I reprimand y'all like a pastor or something? She like, I'm listening and receiving. He like, I told you it was the put down my mama hanging on y'all. No, I'm just kidding. But Yeah, I had to rethink, and that's just an example of when we doing something and we trying to figure our way and think things out. Okay, this is a good idea, but is it a God idea? I believe that I will go home and style some hair sometime, but I also believe that 3 days after I decided is not the time, right, Gary? I have to stand my ground, no matter what it looks like. I need to know I got this. I was just telling my friend's husband, like, I'm about to get out of here. Let me go get my life together. That's my little joke I always say, about to go out here and get my life together. But I told him, I said, my problem right now is understanding and realizing that I've only been here, a little over 2 weeks, and it feels like 3 months. So what I see in 2 weeks and me trying to see it as in if I was here for 3 months, it can be a stumbling block because I have such great expectancy. The timing just seems like ain't nothing happening. But in our reality, there hasn't been enough time for anything to significantly happen. I'm still laying the groundwork. I'm still learning my way around. I'm still getting acclimated to the new place that I've chosen as home. And it takes time. No, I'm not in a rush, but like I said, it feels a lot longer than it's been. So I have to make sure that I'm not. Where am I going? How did I get over here? I have to make sure that I'm not moving irrationally just because it doesn't look like what I think it's supposed to look like. Like I need to, like I said, I need to look and see. Boom, it's only been a couple of weeks. Chill out. That's the whole gist of it. Only thing I can do is what Gary said, stand my ground and keep going. Why do I keep going? Because I can. Why do I keep uh coming up with new ideas every day? Because I can. That's why. Especially when what I see is so big. It's big. So therefore I can't afford to get myself ahead of what I know is big. You know what I mean? That is how the enemy operates. Tries to get in your mindset and change it. You know what I mean? And it happens so easily before you know it that you'll be in a space where you wasn't supposed to be, all because you wavered away from what you know. What I know is it's big. What I know is I'm successful. What I know, I'm about to turn up in this city. But before I can, I got to walk this walk. Because how am I going to have a story to tell, a testimony about it all, if I don't walk through that process? I have to walk through the process. And it's not a 3 week process. I love when I take a wrong turn and end up in the right place. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we take a wrong turn and we can end up in the right place, but we don't want to take a wrong turn and end up in the wrong place. So I have to make those decisions that in turn will keep me on the course. It might have took a little detour. It might take a what they call it, a bypass. How you go to a big city and sometimes you could take a bypass on the highway. You might be on 75, but you get on 275 to avoid the city. I think that's how life is. Sometimes we be on the straight and narrow, but then sometimes we got to take that side road, that back road, and shoot down there and then come back up in a safe place. You know, I believe that God knows every stumbling block before us. So a lot of times when we start getting under pressure and we implement ourselves into a thing, we stop him from keeping us from hitting that stumbling block. That's what getting in the way looks like. When you start putting your hand in somewhere where God is trying to keep you away from. Or you start putting your brakes on from somewhere he's trying to push you to. He's never going to lead us to something that's bad. We just have to be willing to pay attention and trust him. If I don't have my trust in God right now, I don't have anything at this point. I'm like, yeah, I got a safe place to stay. But that's still to me homeless. No, my friend's not going to kick me out, but it ain't my place. It's not my place. So therefore, I can't afford to shimmy wrong. Shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. I can't move. I can't afford to move wrong because I got things that I have to do. There's steps to everything that I do. I need my own place. There's steps to me getting that place. Every day is like, boom, I done found out something else that I need to do. But if I wasn't in a place of being aware and obedient and actually paying attention to the things that are going on around me, I would not have came into that no, and then I might have messed up my position of getting a place. But with what I learned now, I can be like, oh, wait a minute, okay, I can avoid this and this can happen, so that I ensure everything is going to go the way it's supposed to go. Had I not been paying attention, it might have messed something up. We always have to pay attention. I remember when I was just in that lightweight panic, like I gotta get a place now. I do have to get a place now. But there was something that potentially stands in my way with that. And had I just been irrational and panicking and moving, I could have been in a position where I didn't have that place anyway and probably would have lost money. So you have to pay attention to everything that's happening for you and before you, if that makes sense. Yeah, for you and before you. Where am I at? I'm lost inside of a parking lot, y'all. Who does that? Who? Me. Ain't nobody like me. Well, can I count this as time 1100 that I'm lost, even though I'm in a parking lot? Hey, Rachel. Standing still can open up the blessings you desire. Yeah, and I think that in standing, you still moving too sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I think that standing doesn't mean you just stop moving, don't do anything, and just let things happen. Sometimes standing means you move with the yield connected to it. You know what I'm saying? You move accordingly. I'm still trying to figure out where the heck I am. I mean, I know where I am, but I'm like, how do I get to the side of the building that I want to be on? We move accordingly. Yeah, so you can see the danger coming in. And you know what, atmosphere? A lot of, like, okay, I don't know if this even go with anything, but you just triggered my thinking. A lot of women don't understand that. Like, if you go out with a guy and he doesn't want to sit with his back to the door, a lot of women don't get that. They be like kind of in their feelings, like, I like to sit here and I like to do that, but they don't understand the safety in that. At least if you got somebody that is good, then you should want them to want to sit without their back sitting towards the door. But you know how I learned that? Because my ex-boyfriend's a rapper. And when we used to go out, his security would always have to sit, facing the door. And he always sits there too. And that was so he could see any imminent danger that was coming and then act. But if he had his back to the door and something came in and me sitting there don't see something, we might be in trouble. I think that that's a that's a real good way of even looking at the situation at hand. You know, when you're moving forward and trying to do something, that door is open for you. So you're going to sit there facing the door. So you see everything coming through it. We focus so much on going through the door. But what happens when you walk through the door? What do you do then? How you know how to move around the room with your back turned towards the door? God is the door. Boom. When we turn our back on God, what happens? We don't see stuff. We get hit in the head with stuff. We get mollywops, slam dunks, and all that good stuff. But we in a proper position before that door, then you always ready. You ready. You see it coming a mile away. You're able to plan, think ahead, think on your toes, protect yourself, cover yourself. And in the case of God, be protected and be covered. I think that a lot of life has been hard for a lot of us because of us. We have to find a way to do it other than. It must be something more than trusting God. It can't be some magical man in the sky, is what some people will call him. Maybe I can hear it in the trees. Maybe they'll tell me. Maybe the water will whisper to me what I need. Maybe it'll cover me and protect me. Oh, how about this crystal? Let me get this green one. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I digress because I don't want to piss nobody off. But yeah. But like I said, a lot of our problems with things not happening, things not going away, is because we turn our back. He don't turn his back. We turn our back on God. We walk away from God. God is where he is and going to be forever and always. We walk away from him and then wonder why we can't do things. You know, and then I think what happens is when some people, they start off good and then they get a lot or things start going real well, then they act like they don't need them no more and they try to keep going and then they'll be up for a while. And then all of a sudden, you see this crash and burn. And I think that's why it's important not to, number one, compare yourself to others. And it's also why it's important not to stay in a space of being humble. And also, it's not good to think just because someone is doing so well that it's all good and that it is a blessing from God. We can get blessed all the time for doing wicked deeds, but that don't mean they get to keep it. That's why the slow walk and the standing is far more powerful than getting it quick and easy. It's far more powerful than elevating yourself. You might be a little P right now on your job, but if you just stand and trust and believe, you're going to elevate sooner or later. When you do well, you get treated well. When you do well, you get treated well. When you do bad, we were talking about that the other day. You reap what you sow. You sow hell, you gonna reap hell. I don't want no hell, no parts. I don't want it in natural. I don't want it spiritually. I don't want none of that. I'm trying to avoid hell at all costs. At all costs. But like I said, my whole thing is, the whole point of everything is that, you know, even when you're discouraged about something or you think things ain't going to go a certain way or you can't do something or it ain't happening in the time you thought it would or how you thought it would, you can do those things. You still can. Why? Because you're built for this. You're equipped for this. Because I can is just a smart ass way to tell somebody, like, boom, see, I did it. How you do that? Why you do that like that? Cause I can. But in a nutshell, as I navigate through everything that I'm navigating through, I come to realize that it's very, very easy to get discouraged as a human being. Oh, so easy to get discouraged. And sometimes before you even realize it. But I'm in a space of, like I told you, I'm operating very intentionally. And because of that, I see those things before they hit. Like, hold up, I need to, let me pump my brakes right here. You know better than thinking like that. You know better than feeling like that. A lot of times we give up. And I don't want none of us to give up on things that are meant to happen. Things that are here and designed to encourage and help others. It might not look like anything anybody else is doing, but it has purpose. And it's yours to birth. It's yours to push through and it's yours to push out. But if we quit because it doesn't look like our fellow man, then how does that help anything? It don't even help you. Our stories are great. You know what I mean? Like, our story, our lives are great. Why not try to live it out? If our life got to be on display, because it is at all times, whether you want it to be or not, why not try to live it out the best you can so that for someone else it looks like, wow, I can too. Why not live it out to a way where someone will say, I thought about giving up, but when we was doing that project at work, I see how determined you was, and even though we was having stumbling blocks, you didn't quit. You made me not want to quit. That's the impact we have on people if we choose to operate in life to the fullest. To me, that's living. I live to be an example. I don't care if it's just a little bitty example. That was my example to be to somebody else. My examples could be far reaching. I don't know if I'm not living in a space of trying to be the best person I can be. No, and I don't mean like I'm an example. Let me go out here and show everybody, look at me. I mean just in your everyday natural living. How you live is setting an example. You're not worried about who you set an example for. You're not worried about if you look weird to somebody else. You just live in your life to the fullest, to the best of your ability, from a good place in heart. That's how you set examples. It's not, come here, let me show you how to do this. No, just do it. Walk the walk. Don't be a person. There's a lot of people that talk about, I did this, I do that, I did this. We know some of them people gonna wind up right down in the hot spot because they think that's enough. How is your heart? I try to live from my heart as much as possible. Because if I live through my mind, I'll be cussing people out every day. I'll be petty. Well, I am still petty sometimes. Yeah. But I think that a lot of people think that doing things from the heart is like that thing where I'm like, oh, I feel this, I feel that. No, from the heart is, that's your good space. That's where God lives, from my heart, from that space. Not from a gullible space where, oh, you let your heart get you in trouble, that type of thing. Even a dim light catches eyes. Why not if darkness does? We all can catch eyes. But unfortunately, it's a world of evil and good. We see it every day. I think sometimes we say it and we don't realize how really true that is. There's a distinct line of demarcation between good and evil. And a lot of times, evil look good and good look evil. I don't know why, but that just makes sense to me because I be like, a lot of times when you get caught up in something that's wrong or bad, it's because it came looking like light. It came looking like something good. It came looking very enticing. For some women, it's when that Negro pop up and he looks so, ooh, you just mesmerized by that dude. He looks so good. You missed even feeling the discernment that he probably gonna choke you out. It comes looking good. It comes doing things for the community. It comes saying, oh, I'm here for the this and that. And then in about 6, 7 months, that sucker bust out and you be like, what the heezy? Evil always come looking good. How else does it get in? That's why it's so much evil even in church. That's why you better go with your big peepers on and your big ears on, with your discernment turned up on 1,000. Don't get mad at church. Pay attention to what's walking in them doors. Shoot, being an usher, man, oh my God. Y'all be, if I just talk about some of the stuff that I would see, I used to think I was going crazy. But like I said, I know that evil things come looking real good. That's how it gets you. It'd be a whole hot stove under there. Your mama teach you don't touch that, it's hot. It'd be a whole hot stove underneath a nice, shiny, beautiful something. As soon as you get in that something, you burnt up. What you laughing at, Atmosphere? Damn, not the choke out that went left. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us, even with y'all, I'm pretty sure we all done been in some kind of bad relationship. And if you remember when you first met that person, they didn't come looking bad. They came looking good. They came looking like something you want to be invited to, a part of. That's how they came. And then one fine day, that switch went off, and you was like, "What have I done? Who are you? Who are you?" But that's how most stuff get us. That's why we do have to walk with a discerning heart. A discerning heart allows you not to avoid. I mean, not to avoid red flags. I mean, not to. I'm not trying to say avoid. I'm trying to say the opposite. Ignore. It helps you not to ignore red flags because usually they are always there, but sometimes they so subtle. That's the trickery in it. They're so subtle, you miss them. So when those red flags are subtle, that's the more you invite someone or something in. Now they got you on another level. Now the object is to get you to the next space, to pull you all the way into the middle. You done heard some people even on this app say, "I'm gonna drag you in the street." They look so good in the beginning. Once they get you in the middle of that street, you be like, "What in the helter skelter?" We have to move with a discerning heart. And I think that's a muscle, honestly. I think that it's a gift, but as well as a muscle. We all have the ability to have that, my air quotations are up, that intuition thing going on. Huh? Oh, I'm tripping. Did I leave the building? I'm sorry. Am I still here? Why is that old message popping up? But yeah, man. I just think that today is a good day. It's 70 degrees and I'm rejuvenated. I'm rejuvenated. I have a brain fart. I got distracted. And if I didn't come back to what I was saying last, it's because I said what I was supposed to say. I know I was talking about distractions and not being pulled into the, ignoring those red flags and not being pulled into each level of basically hell and then get in the middle and see all of a sudden it was like, boom, you missed the bus. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I said, it's a good day. It's 70 degrees out here. And I feel refreshed today because I did take the time to reflect and think. I think sometimes we don't even do those things. Sometimes you got to reflect over even your day, sometimes over the last few hours. I reflected over yesterday all the way back to the day I got here. And the one constant reminder that I get is you've only been here a couple of weeks. Chill and keep going. Chill and keep going. I can't allow my mind to get so wrapped up in now that I'm missing my steps. That's a distraction. Do we know that our mind is like the devil's playground, they say? Idle mind is a devil's playground or something like that, they say. Once we give way to our mind to be infiltrated, then all hell can break loose. So you have to make sure you're constantly renewing your mind, renewing your heart every day, because every day is going to be something that tries to come up and get in your head and stop you. Every day is going to be something that's going to challenge you to make you second guess. Every day is going to be something. It's never going to stop. You know what I mean? Every day we have the ability to go left or right. And I'm one to really believe that if the majority is to the right, I need to be going left. Because to the right, where the majority is, will be the popular opinion. There would be the current affairs. That would be the latest gossip. That would be the followers. That would be people who aren't paying attention to red flags. It's like a whole big, community. And it seems right, so everybody flocks that way. Because that's where everybody going. But who's willing to go the opposite direction of everyone and everything to be on the right side? Because who's gonna be there on the front line when all those people that thought it was that way start running back? And they're looking for an example. They're looking for a kind word. They're looking for love. Who's gonna be on that other side? And we ain't gonna be over there like I told you. We're gonna be over there doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Being an example to the next man. And that's in levels. I'm not perfect by any means. I have a whole lot of shit going on, excuse my French. But I try to do right. So for the things I am doing right, there's an example. My job isn't to be perfect. My job is to be willing. I'm willing, no matter what shortcomings, no matter what flaws, what screw ups I might have had or might still have, I'm still willing to try to be the best person I can be. I'm still willing to accomplish the things that I'm supposed to accomplish. I'm still willing to be kind. I'm still willing to love. Some people aren't willing to do those two things, and that's huge. That's huge. And you know why people jump off the cliff? Because something good and something beautiful is always dangled over the cliff, and nobody sees that it's a cliff until they jump. I'm jumping at this opportunity. I want this. I want these numbers. I want this following. It's like a light shining over a pit. If darkness is attracted to light and they don't even understand the irritation of it, they're always trying to get to it. How can I get all these people to go the wrong way? Oh, I'm gonna make it look like light. Except for the rays coming out of that light is deadly. It looked like light, but was it? It was an illusion. Everybody ran towards that light thinking it was the light, and it boom. Some people won't come back from it, but some people will. And when they do, who better than to say, "Hey, I've been there before. I've done that. It's okay. You got this. You can do it." That's kindness. Nah, ha ha. You shouldn't went over there and jumped like the rest of them, dummy. Woo, girl, you stupid. But that's how we be treating people, man. But if it happened to you, you'd be upset. You'd be upset. Man, I can't wait. One of these days, I'm gonna tell my whole story as far as like the things I had to endure going through my illness a couple years ago. I'm just not really ready to share the whole, because when I share it, I want to share it to the fullest about the things that I lost physically and how I had to overcome being in a place of not loving myself, not feeling attractive. Just, man, it was bad. And even in feeling all those ways, I still found a way to hold on to some kind of hope and understanding of who I am. There's things that I will share that some people will be like, damn, like that. Ugh. I mean, I have things that will make me think that I'll never get a husband, a boyfriend, or any of that. As a result of, how people have things that happen after they sick, the side effects, I guess, or the results of being sick. Like one of them is my hair. I don't think my hair is ever going to get back to the state it used to be. But I guess in telling that story, when I do, it will show you how physical illness, number one, can destroy you in so many ways, not just from the source of the illness, but just the way it attacks other things. That's how life is. When you operate in a space that's sick, it begins to attack and destroy you and everything around you. I wasn't even comfortable having a relationship. I found myself in places where I was like secluded within myself, by myself. I wasn't going nowhere. None of that. That's why I know that surgery saved my whole life. But even through all of that, I found a way to hold on to one thing. And that only thing that mattered was God. No matter how I felt, no matter how I looked when I looked in the mirror, no matter how many blood transfusions and all that stuff I had to go through to get to the point of getting better, I never let go of God. But I learned how you can still have all those feelings and be holding on for dear life. I think some people just let go. I don't know what would have happened had I let go. I really don't. And I'm not going to guess because I'm not going to speak that over my life. But I don't know what would have happened had I just let go of God. Whole time I'm going through that, I'm doing my women's talk for church. inspire other women when I myself felt like crap. Encouraging them about their beauty when I feel ugly. That's a hard place to be in. Real hard. And it bothers me to see people waste life when they have good health. You know what I'm saying? I was holding on for my life with bad health, trying to live like I'm living a good life. Or living the best way I can, the best life I could. When my life was like slowly being diminished, I could have been gone. And I don't think people understand that. Like, why you out here being all hell? Have you been to the doctor to make sure everything okay? Is your blood good? Is your iron levels all right? A lot of black women deal with low iron. No, that's some serious stuff. Those of you that's chomping on a bunch of ice every day, all day, man, get that stuff checked, because that's how it starts. That's exactly how it starts. Subtle. Oh, I eat ice all day. My iron low. Find out why. Because that can kill you. That's just what I'm saying. After a while, it can kill you. Just like anything else that's not good. We take on so much stuff that can kill us because it look good, it feel good, it sound good. Slowly dying. It's a whole bunch of people out here slowly dying. I told you how I used to go to the hospital because they would send me to the doctor, to the hospital, to the ER every time I got my blood drawn. I don't care when I went to the doctor. I knew if they did blood work, I had to go and spend the night in the hospital. It was a given because that's how my stuff was set up. My hemoglobin would be so low. Them people were like, "Oh, you walked in here?" Doctors in there calling me the lady with no blood. That was not fun. No blood. When I think about that, I think about the Lord. Just think if we did not have the blood, how much worse it would be. I don't think people understand how much grace they moving off of. Mercy. Yeah, when it's something in the ice, where I guess in the freezing, it's something about those gases. So it kind of tries to feed the deficiency. But what happens with that ice? It tears on your teeth. Not only to mention does the ice tear on your teeth and its enamel, so does that lack of iron tear on your teeth. It tears on your hair. It tears on your heart. When it get to the heart, now you're in trouble, and that's where I was. See what I'm saying? When you're dealing with something that ain't right for you, eventually it attacks your heart. Once your heart is attacked and it's gone, you're gone. What are you dealing with today that you're not supposed to be dealing with that eventually will attack your heart? Do we honestly believe for people that actually get up every single day to argue with other people, to try to tear other people down, that stuff is not going to attack your heart eventually? And the sad part about it is it can attack your heart in a way of your character. But after a while, some of these people going to get physically ill. Their stress levels going to be so high for nothing. They might end up in the hospital or worse. Like, is people purposely doing stuff to their body and don't even realize it? All for the sake of what? At the end of the day, when you in your casket and your child, grandkids, or aunts, cousin, mothers looking at you, they gonna know you died for the bullshit. I want to go out of here because it's my time and because God said, "Come on, let's go." I really do. But I just know how things attack you. If you can get ill and it attack your body, imagine if you're being uh, um, controlled by something that ain't right. It's gonna attack you the same. People understand when you operate like that, you become weak. The weaker you are, the weaker your immune system is. Now you are open up to all types of things. You activate cancer cells, all types of things. If you're not taking care of yourself, but worried about trying to one up the next man or get one in on them, out here fighting unnecessary battles will kill you. I ain't trying to be out here fighting no battles at all. That's what God for. And if you're doing something that don't look like represent and it ain't something God would do, then you're at risk. I'm sure I do something that don't look like him, but I know I do a lot of stuff that do look like him. Man, this strawberry cream Dr. Pepper is so good. Well, yeah, man, I just want us to know that we can do anything we put our minds to. We're equipped, more than equipped, to do everything it is that God wants us to do. What we doing is not in vain. It might not look like how you thought it should or wanted to at this time, but it's coming. Like Gary said, stand your ground. If you got faith and you know that something is going to be, then chill out. Just go through the process. I don't care if somebody throw a rock. Know that rock ain't going to hit you. Now, if somebody throw a physical rock at you, I need y'all to duck. I'm just saying, metaphorically. I always say I wake up every day and choose happy. Even when I don't feel so good, I still say I'm happy. It's a lot of people in this world that need to wake up and choose happy and let a whole bunch of stuff go. It's exhausting. Exhausting to witness, let alone live in it. We got bigger fish to fry. So many people put their big fish they supposed to be frying on back burner right now, blocking every blessing that could possibly be coming. Every door that could be open, just sitting there shut. Because you off lollygagging, doing whatever. Oh, Lord, watermelon done came out the bushes. Oh, Lord, watermelon. Red ripe. My cousin watermelon done fell out the bushes. Seeing some fun classic stuff still on YouTube. It's just sad to see some of this stuff go the way it go. Honestly. It really is. It really is. But I'm glad today that I obeyed and said push play and talk. Most days I have no idea what I'm talking about. Probably every day that I push play and talk, I don't know what I'm talking about. I come up with a title. Y'all might notice lately I'll be like post check because I don't have a title. That's it. I'm just coming in to check on y'all, and whatever we talk about, Thursday, we'll be talking about. However that conversation sways and moves, it's the way it's supposed to move. At the end of the day, it's love and positivity. People are allergic to positivity, but I'm not. Shoot, in the world we live in, I need positivity. When you don't have positivity, man, it's depressing. Oh, you must have been out, Gary, when I said that. I said we also need to know that standing doesn't mean always stay still. It means stand on those things that you know you're supposed to be doing as you move. You know what I mean? You stand in faith as you keep moving, because we can't, there's nothing we can do without movement. I don't care. There's nothing you can do without movement. You got to blink your eyes. You can be still as you want to, but you're going to have to blink them eyes, ain't you? We have to have movement, but we got to stand in understanding, stand in knowing, stand in wisdom, stand in trusting God, stand in love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Stand in confidence. Stand in knowing who you are. Stand in knowing that the weapon may be formed against you, but it shall not prosper. Stand in knowing that God wants us to have a prosperous life. Stand in knowing that He wants you to have life and have it more abundantly. Stand in knowing that when it says, touch not my anointed, that you are His anointed because you believe in His Son. That's the anointing. It's not about, oh, stand, do my prophets no harm. It ain't no special person. No, it's all of us that believe. We carry the anointing in our heart. Stand in knowing that atmosphere is crazy and he gonna have a watermelon field down there in Texas and Gary's gonna be the biggest crop buyer. No, let me quit. Yeah, jokes are good. It's just when you take jokes to a demented place, you know what I mean? Our jokes over here don't make sense to nobody else. That's why it's funny. But if they hear long enough, they'll get it. And then it'll be funny to them too. You ever notice some people just laugh anyway because it's funny for some reason? That's a good thing too. I love the fact that we can joke and still come to a place of solution or encouragement, inspiration. You know, I'm joking all morning in Gary's thing, but he inspired me to go live. So I did. Ooh, my stomach growling. But y'all, I did a thing yesterday or last night. I had cocktails. No, I'm just kidding. I had cocktails. Yes, Gary. I have to stand in knowing that it is big and it's happening now. As Watermelon likes to remind me about the now. I remember. Though sometimes it's like a play fighting. Mama told you what happened. Hey, y'all seen that reel where the boy fighting with his sister and she snatched his leg off and run. He be chasing her without his aesthetics on. Little sugar daddy in hell. Yeah, we don't never get atmosphere when he in the building. He be out. We didn't give you a name too, little sugar daddy. Little sugar daddy, because you ain't old. We know you ain't old, but you little sugar daddy. And you gotta say it like that too. A little sugar daddy. Lil sugar daddy. Shit, I need a big sugar daddy right now. Can young men be sugar daddies? Cause my destiny and an old man just don't collide. Uh-oh. But I had cocktails. You are not getting bullied. Don't bring that bullying stuff over here. You are not getting bullied, little shiggy ditty. Little shiggy ditty. Woo, what I'm about to eat though. Man, I tell y'all, I feel good today, and I hope y'all do too, honestly. Like I said, we had those moments where we got to think through some things and get back on that square. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be. If God said let there be and we sitting in it, guess what? We can sit in what we say as well. That's what he gave us. To the ability to do the things that he's done. We can say it and see it. Say it and have it. Say it and move in it. Yeah, it's about writing the vision, but you also got to speak that thing too. What that mouth do? They go to Cheesecake Factory. I might go there. Little Shiggy Diddy. Nah, he's scared. He might go for guns. I don't know about the little Shiggy Diddy. Self-control. You got it, girl. You got it. Everything you have need of is inside of you. You have self-control. You just have to make the decision to operate in it. You got it. You got it. Let your peace be still. Okay, here comes Jesus here. Tell him. Let your peace be still, but your work keep moving. Tell him, Bishop Jesus here. Got eyes like fire, hair like wood, feet like brass. His name is good. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful? He went from being bullied to bringing the word. The spirit of busting. What? Busting down. You out here issuing spirits on people. Let me quit. Nah, if that's gonna give you self-control, let it be. You got it. Every time you feel like you about to lose control, be like, Father. So does the spirit of busted down mean that you want watermelon with seeds? Little shiggy diddy. Y'all, I'm hungry. I am. Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened in the store last night. So, I'm shopping for somebody, some lady. Atmosphere stupid. And I walk in and this man just looking at me, and I'm looking like must be the hair, the big hair. All the white people love my hair. But anyway, I'm walking, and dude just like, oh, what's your name? I'm looking like, are you married? I'm looking like, hi sir, how are you? My name is Jamaica. My friends call me Meek. Oh, I'm so and so. Okay, you are beautiful. Thank you. Is there any way I can stay in contact with you? Who are you? No, I'm just kidding. Oh God. Once again, I'm starting to feel like I'm too young to be in the room. want the seeds and all the juice in the watermelon. Whew. Man, I could use a piece of watermelon right now the way my stomach sounds. Yeah, so that's something that haven't happened in a long time. Men actually approaching me. I feel kind of good. Like, oh, I might still got it. I might still got it. You want it on big. Watermelon says she wants it big. Anybody else in the house want it big? Cause we gonna get it big. Cause we are what? Unstoppable, baby. Why? Because I can. How? With Christ. Why? Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Anyways, he clean. Putting yourself on timeout. Hey, anytime y'all want to be timed out, just let me know. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, though, I think it's something good in store for all of us. Anybody that's on here now, anybody that should make it to this point in the replay. It's something big for all of us. We just got to stay the course, you know. Don't give up when it get a little shaky. Don't turn around and go the other way because you get a little bit afraid. If it's a thing that you seen plain as day and you set out to go towards that thing, stand in the middle. Don't run, don't walk away, don't cover yourself up. Keep going, because that what you saw is what is. You just got to get there. You got to get there. So it's not about a fight. It's about standing in the middle as you move through the process. Don't focus on the process. Focus on the push. That push through. Focus on the keep going. Focus on, I know what's on the other side of this push. And I'm going to get there no matter what. Ow. I'm just kidding. Yes, we all had a victory. My name is Victory. I know who I am. God wrote it in his plan for me. Oh, oh, oh. My name is Victory. No, I'm scared. I gotta love y'all because I'll be singing my out of tune but off in this live. Shit. Listen, I'm gonna give this disclaimer one more time. I am not intentionally a cougar. It just falls upon me. I met somebody and I thought they was 50 and that dude 43. And it ain't that he look old. It just I thought he was my age. So what I supposed to do? What I supposed to do? Say you 7 years younger than me? What I supposed to do? That's all I want to know. What I supposed to do? I need to call my kids. Like both of y'all need to feed y'all mama today. She got goals. Thank you. I know they be like, Mom, yes, I'm one of them mamas. I'm like, yeah, boy, feed your mama. Feed your mama. Put some gas in your mama's tank. Come on, boy. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't talk to him like that. You're not being good. You're being frisky, watermelon. Frisky. Frisky melon. That's gonna be her new name. Frisky melon. Bust it down, brown and frisky melon. It's gonna be my appetizer of the day. That's what I'll be eating for lunch. Appetizers. Praise the Lord. I say praise the Lord. Is that you trying to be good, Gary? He already seen you. You to praise the Lord on L9. Nah, but I love my new home. I really do. I like that, like I said, I had that intention on meeting 5 people every day. I don't think it's at 5, but I do communicate with people every day. I definitely communicated with 5 people yesterday at that shop. Bust it down, Brown. Bust it down, Brown. Bust it down, Brown. Wiggle, shake, wiggle, shake. Bust it, Brown. Bust it down, Brown. Uh, 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 uh. Bust it down, Brown. Bust it down, Brown. Bust it down. One day I'm gonna have a song for Atmosphere, little Sugar Daddy. Don't mess with him. He's the little Sugar Daddy. Woo, little Sugar Daddy. That's the what they call it. That's the hook. Little Sugar Daddy. I gotta get the lyrics now. That song gonna be all the hype. Yes. Okay. Where is parking for this place? I'm down here in Town Center. So you think that's why I attract young people? Ooh, I didn't see that, man. Because it's in my heart. Is that what you're trying to tell me? You understand? Like I said, I don't be looking for younger guys. I really don't. I know I don't prefer older. Maybe that's why, because it's a preference. I really don't prefer. Like, I wouldn't want to go over the age of like 52, because I'll be 51 next month. So I don't really want to go too much over my age, because my experience hasn't been good with old people. I'm putting myself in the class of old people. Okay. 2-hour parking. Can I get some of this or what? Oh, I think I see. No, I don't. Is this park? Oh, okay, 2-hour parking in this lot too. Bad. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm looking to find myself in a good place with someone who is good for me. And if that person just so happens to be younger than me, what trumps if they're younger than me is that they're good to me. Now, there are limits. There's a such thing as too young. I don't want to be over there. Like somebody right now that's my age got, who was it? It's somebody famous. Their boyfriend is 30 years old and they're like 48. That's too young for me, you know. To each his or her own. That's too young for me. I don't want to be with somebody and I'm talking to her and I feel like I'm talking to my son, you know? All I want is a parking spot. Can it be one for me? Over here. Yes, girl, move. It's more to it than that. What? Well, what is it? You think I'm out here seeking out people churn? Help me to understand. This is so perfect. Thank you, girl. You left and I got the perfect parking spot. It just opened up for me. I ain't gotta walk far. Yes, yes, yes. Meet just the cougar. She looking for a youngster. No, I'm not. Don't say those filthy things about me. I really ain't looking for no youngster because I done raised mine. Shoot, well, we raised each other. Something happened. It turned out good, but I ain't looking to do it again. The only youngsters I'm looking forward to is my grandbabies that ain't here yet. Them old folks taking their time, boy. I used to tell my kids, don't make me a grandma before I turn 45. They used to be like, if it happened, it happened. Now I'm at the point I don't even know. Someone's cradle to ride without somebody get shut up. And that's another thing. I ain't about to be out here messing with nobody. And then that lady, like, oh, Stella got a group back. When she was like, what do you want from my baby? I don't want nobody's mama to say that to me. I can't. She's like, girl, you the same age as me. What you doing with my son? Matter of fact, you older than me. Mm-mm. Can you guys still hear me? Please let me know yes or no. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Can you hear me? Okay, just making sure. Because I had to go to the earbuds. Can y'all still hear me good? Yes, yes. I don't know if I could turn my camera around. I don't think you can turn it around on here. I was trying to. I was gonna take y'all on my walk. So I'm like, I'm in town center. I see my lioness here. Oh, let me lock my door. It feels so good outside. Oh my God. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Great day for an appetizer. Bust it down, brown.
Yeah, especially here. This is my hustle hair. This will last probably, hopefully, the next 2 weeks, but I don't know what's next. Until I get a place to work, the normal hairstyle won't be around. And I don't even know if it'll be around then for a while. Probably to next year sometime. Or I cut it back off. Right now, this is it. Oh man. I was not charging my phone, man. I don't know. 67%. God, my hip hurt. I need to exercise. Hey, yeah, I lost weight. I'm so excited about that. When I wake up in the morning and I see a little difference. Oh my God. Things getting a little better. I'm excited. I should have put my boots on. Look at all the belly hanging out. Yeah, the sky is nice. Hi, how are you? I'm great. Oh, can I get some water right now? Sure. Thank you. Now I'm at the cheesecake factory. Hey, Willis, how you doing? That's one thing I ain't been doing since I've been here drinking water. That's bad. Implementing more water now. It's so easy not to drink water when you're on the move. Yeah. I don't know which word I said I don't like the fish. They maybe too big.
Yeah, it's too fucking.
Pineapple Moscow. How are you doing today, Willis?
It's cool when you just go out your backyard and do shit like that. Yeah. That's the kind of shit that this.
What you got going on, my friend?
You know what? Hope you don't taste strong.
What was it? Since y'all talking about strong.
Strawberry, margarita.
Oh. Is that what like the
I said it strong.
Spalon tequila?
I said that, bro.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. What y'all be eating at the cheesecake factory? I'm excited.
Ounce of two is tequila, one of rum. And half shots? No, full ones. That's got to be a full shot. Yeah.
I want one of them.
One of those?
All I heard is 3 or 4 shots. I want it.
You see, you know the margaritas, the Mexican ones, they got like 3 or 4. Really? You get the jumbo ones, they got like 4.
So what else we got going on?
Yeah, 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want one of them, huh?
And I like to play in the me. About 12,000 appetizers on this menu. Yeah, buddy. Just a little bit though. I still got work.
might trade one of them. I can give you one of the strawberries too. They got a little cute on there.
Surprise me. If I look salty, give me salt. If I look sweet, give me sugar. I'm sweet. See, this is why I don't like they advertising movies got like 50 options. I can't even let me feel. Ain't that pretty? It's so pretty. Then we got the strawberry. I don't know how to hold the camera. Whatever. I look like a librarian for real. I can't see nothing. A grown ass woman. No. I'm grown. I need to get dressed up and go hang out this weekend. I'm so confused. I don't know what I want to drink and make it eat in here. So it's like, this is a strawberry infused margarita. And he said they got like all types of stuff. Pretzel bites, fried macaroni bites, sweet corn, tomato toast. I'm over here acting like I'm rich. I can't even get the camera to go on this. Says who can find a virtuous woman down the side of it. She's at the bottom of this margarita. Let me put that. I got this dress from one of them Christian sites. Glam burger. Let's go this movie. What's on the menu? Every damn thing. I'm at the Cheesecake Factory. I know what I want to order.
Yeah,
Can I get the crab bites and a side of mashed potatoes? I want to order this street corn. Mhm. Turkey by day is appetizers. The dude over said that drink wasn't strong. He gonna be drunk if he drink another one. Cause I beg to differ. Let me see what my wrist buns is working at. Told y'all. I think I got some money. I played too much.
Yeah,
For real.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. That's appetizers. That's like a whole dinner. I should just order the damn meal.
What is strawberry?
Easily take. That strawberries is used with tequila, y'all. Such a nice bartender. He said, "Do you want sugar or salt?" I said, "If I look salty, give me salt. If I look sweet, give me sugar." He said, "Sugar it is." Is that cougar? That's funny. And these strawberries taste like baby.
I got a lot of strawberry. So makes the alcohol not taste as alcohol. Yeah, it takes some of that bite out of it, so it doesn't. Like I said, when you sip on it, you don't go ooh, but it's in there. Like when you taste the strawberries, it's in there. How?
I was gonna cut it like right here.
Yeah, so like I made them all yesterday, and then today I'm straining.
I got inspired by Erica Campbell, sister, Mary. I'm about to say sister.
So how long they been? Just 24 hours. And they last like 10 days, but we use them before that.
I'm gonna make you some of these at home. You stupid. Compliments the cougar in me. This strawberry strong. Man, oh, it is strong. Woo.
What, alcohol?
That strawberry.
Oh, the strawberry. Yeah. You need to get
The,
one.
the first bite wasn't that strong, but that second bite. My work is about to be. You know what, Gary? You so fake. You're like, wow, I'm just here. Nice compliment. He was nice, then he had to come back with the cooking joke. I wonder how old that man was in the grocery store. I met a dude, he looked biblical. And that's the only way I can describe him. Jesus, Moses, somebody. Jesus, Moses, somebody. Solomon. One of them brothers. I don't get mesmerized off of men's looks like that, but I was stuck on stupid like. Y'all, I think so. I think this is a dangerous bartender. I need to know his schedule. For happy hour purposes. Y'all got happy hours?
Yeah, happy hours from 4 to 6, Monday through Friday.
Good to know.
Sound bad, huh?
Of course. Especially on Friday, man. That happy hour gets coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's the day then. That's tomorrow.
That sounds like happy hour Tuesday.
Our JWs, Lemonade, Long Island.
All the stuff to get you drunk is here.
What's that?
Long Island on
Yeah,
happy hour.
it's a happy hour. Our whiskey
That's right.
smash.
That's my.
But I drink.
And the margarita. Pick 'em up.
What's the atmosphere like? No, I'm at the teaching.
The happy hour.
Yeah, our appetizer.
I'm like, I gotta get happy hour. I gotta get a GoFundMe so I can go to happy hour. I just like being friendly with the bartenders because then they can get it. When you come back, we all personal with them. They be like, "Hey, girl," and they just know you're. Last night at Applebee's, the boy named Trey. When I go back, I'm gonna be like, "What up, though, Trey?" You calling shots like that? You got jokes. I'm sure the dude next to
Happy hour. So I can go to the restaurant.
he's young. Not my type. I just really like bartenders. They be cool people. I was about to call you a name. Nah, the dude next to me, he's younger than me. I can tell. I can tell. He's not on the menu. He's not on the menu. No, I cannot. They better hurry up with this food. Man. I told you I don't be out here looking for nobody's turn now. Hey, I'm not sitting here looking for no me. I just happened to see the dude that looked biblical at the gas station. I was at one register and at the other, and I was looking like, heaven on earth, it's come. And the dude at the grocery store, I talked to him for a minute. He told me he ain't looking for nothing serious. He just want to have fun and somebody he can spoil. I said, y'all still out here saying that line? Back in the day, that's what men always say, oh, I want to spoil you. I'm like, what does that mean? They be lying. You don't want to spoil me, buddy, because I'll be talking about shit. Can I get $2,500? It's only 1 o'clock. Why I feel like it's like 3. I'm gonna be in the grocery store on buzz for real, man. Shopping for people. They might help me. Because I don't like grocery shopping.
In this area, it's such a big, baby town.
Now, this is really where I want to live at. But you might have heard me on gas, but you have to know that just like a reality show, there's a percentage that might be embellished. or led to believe it's something. I don't be out here. I mean, who want a boring show? You know what I mean? That's why I try to show. Yes, I do date younger than nice. That's the truth. But some of that stuff be over extra. I be telling the real deal over here. I want a good man. He can be young. I just don't want him old. I'm scared of old men. Still got that 59-year-old. I ain't get my life in order. Happy hour is not it. Yeah. I mean, if I did, you want it to be boring atmosphere. Somebody got to turn up. I give it 70-30. No.
I got 1458.
60-40. And it flips. The truth and well, the truth and the over exaggerated. It flips. Sometimes it's the 40, sometimes it's the 60. If I just been like, I mean, imagine you on gas and you talking about
Crab bites.
yes.
There we go. And a side of mashed potatoes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right there.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Enjoy.
That's what I gotta get my money up. That's what Gary be saying. You gotta get your money up. I think you already got your little sugar ditty. Little sugar ditty. That's him. Little sugar ditty. Look at that big sugar daddy. And mashed potatoes do everything. I'm just getting ready. Everything's gonna be alright. I'm trying to figure out if I'm even ready for dating. Yeah, that's cool. It's not too crowded. I haven't been to a cheesecake factory that isn't like the atmosphere isn't cool, chill usually. For some reason I get the feeling that happy hour here probably be off the hook. Just because the type of town it is, you know what I mean? Got a lot of Navy, college, things like that. I'm gonna find out surely one of these days. Might not be tomorrow. Unless I can get a date and sponsor. Pretty nice in here. I'm glad I decided to come. That's what I need y'all to pray. Let that Amazon job come back. Cause it's like they'll be it's gonna be me. It'll be kind of they'll have jobs available and you can pick and you apply for the one there. And then when they run out of jobs, they go away. So then after a couple of days or so, they'll come back up. So on them coming back up, we're praying that they come up within the next 24 to 48 hours. So I can get me a job. If I can do that, it's on. And I'm just in the front part. You go all the way back there. It's like even their baby decor is gigantic. Like the bar, everything is big. These pillars in there. If you, after 3 years, never been to a cheesecake factory? Yeah, I think really. One hit a quitter. One hit a quitter. I feel so much better. I'm hungry. I said, you never been to a cheesecake factory? They are the same. It's pretty gaudy here, like the decor. You can't go wrong with the crab bite. You got this insert. This is why I don't like the Cheesecake Factory. This is their menu. Their menu is massive, okay? All right. You got the cocktails in the front and the wine, so that's 2 whole pages. And you got the small plates and snacks. Then you got the appetizers. House salad, sweet corn, chicken taquitos, tortilla fried cauliflower, avocado taco, stuffed mushroom, crispy Brussels sprouts, sweet avocado salad, cheeseburger, roast, fried zucchini, crispy fried cheese, crispy fried rice, and so on and so forth. That's not the appetizer, that's the small plates. Those has like Tex-Mex is chicken, basically avocado, warm crab rice, and that's not even half. And that's the first page of appetizer. And you get the appetizer salad. Flatbread pizzas. You got your lunch specials. You got glam burgers. I guess that's all the burgers. Old fashioned burger, classic burger, French dip burger, smokehouse, American cheeseburger, macaroni cheeseburger, mushroom burger, bacon burger, impossible burger, spicy crispy chicken sandwich, factory person burger, veggie. No, in the beginning it tells you about the cheesecake factory. Welcome. Our story, our menu, our restaurant.
On the car.
Our fine foods. Then you go to salads. Then you go to sandwiches. Then it's the specialties. Coconut chicken, crispy pineapple chicken, Korean fried chicken, chicken grease beef, white chicken chili, chicken parmesan pizza style, chicken little shepherd's pie, Baja chicken tacos, fish tacos, real steak tacos, famous factory meat. More specialties, chicken Madeira, chicken Bellagio, custard chicken romano, orange chicken, truffle honey chicken, parmesan herb custard chicken, crispy chicken, costoletta, chicken piccata, chicken marsala and mushroom, bang bang chicken and shrimp. More specialties, pasta. You got specialty fish and seafood. Then you got steaks. You got eggs and omelets. Saturday brunch. Then we got the cheesecake.
Yeah,
Desserts and beverages. You
appreciate the
too.
service.
Yeah, that's why I don't like cheesecake because their menu is so good. I'll be confused in this month. You can get some anything, any Italian, American, Asian apparently, seafood, surf and turf. You can get anything here. I don't think it's a bad place. I think it's just to me the menu is cheap. I'm not a cheesecake person, but they do have good cheesecake. Like for somebody that don't eat cheesecake, I eat their cheesecake. I want to give them cheesecake today because on my budget. I need to come here on happy hour. Okay, Madonna, before she went crazy. I always look at the good music, don't I? Old school pop.
We'll put this in the to-go thing as well. So much left over, I hate to waste it.
Want some fresh ice too?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I wish I wasn't hungry. I should have went to the McDonald's burger 99-cent menu. I gotta stop living like I live, like I got money. No, I don't, because you live where you want to.
So grab you a lid.
Oh yes, please do.
I gotta be smart.
I want to spill that in my car. If there's an opportunity to spill it, you know my body's gonna be like, hey, let's do that. Loving my car now. Finally got that food adjusted. Finally. I sold the pillow and I got from Amazon a second pillow. I turned the.
I think it'd be fun to say.
So I haven't had my school turned around, but I have other pillows. All right, I have something. In fact, it's not right on the head. So
I
yeah.
probably do need to find the hood. The math ain't math.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Family a hoodie train. So this is gonna eat atmosphere. A salad. I gotta make dinner plans. Burger. You eat burgers? I know my diet didn't change since I've been here because I don't eat as much as I probably normally would. And then I think when like not having your own space, that factors into a lot of things. Like, you must be home making smash burgers. It was like most of the days I wake up, I go into the street, start working, grab me something to eat. A lot of times I don't eat until either late or once early. Then I'm back in the house in the bed. So in turn, uh, the weight falling off, which is good. I like, even though sometimes things are stressful in the transition, I'm also in such a great place of peace. Like even in what might be a little bit stressful for me, I have the greatest peace that I have because I sleep. Like at night I go to bed where I was staying up all through the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, things like that, or waking up in the middle of the night, can't go back to sleep. I haven't experienced that since I've been here. So that's another way I know that it's a good mood, you know. Things that I was not able to do before is happening now. I think a lot of that resulted in me eating more than usual because it's like I'm up, I'm eat this, I'm up. Let me see what I got to snack on. You know, when you get a good balance of rest and sleep and I guess like a plan, you know what I mean? I have a plan. When you got a plan, then those things kind of fall into place. You realize where you were eating because you didn't have nothing else to do, or because you were woke. You know what I'm saying? So in those instances, that's where that weight comes from. As soon as it turns around, everything just goes back in reverse. I'll be back in them old jeans in no time. I pay attention to little stuff like that. A lot of people don't pay attention to little stuff like that. That's proof you can make small changes and get great results. Yeah. I might get the beach this weekend if it be warm. That's one thing I want to do here that I didn't do in Charleston. I didn't frequent the beach. I'm gonna actually go to the beach sometime. Yeah, I agree. Small things turn into big things. That's why we shouldn't take baby steps for granted. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times we try to do things in larger increments or with big steps when it's in the smaller steps that we're gonna achieve and accomplish and reach those things we're trying to get to. I think in the smaller steps, this is like when you're eating. I can sit here and put a whole bunch of food in my mouth because I can and choke. But having small portions, you get greater results. You're doing things in smaller steps allow you to have almost like a fine tooth comb through the things that you're trying to do. If it's small, then the less chances you are to miss things that can go wrong. Versus if you try to grab a whole lot at one time, you could miss something that could in turn alter where you're going, what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to do it big, you got to do it right. And it may mean taking smaller steps. It may mean doing things on a smaller scale. Unlike this lunch right now, it was not a small scale. I just live, you know what I mean? I just got to go out here and get the money back. My friend. It's life. Sometimes that's how you smile to keep you crying. I'm not about to cry. I'm just saying. You gotta enjoy life sometimes. Like, how you doing? Fucking hustling backwards. Yeah, I just say that F word. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be in that space. That's all I'm saying. Every now and then, you can be like this. You know what I mean? It's the difference in keeping that peace and not having that peace. Sometimes you just gotta say the hell with it in life. And be like, you know what? Push pause. You go enjoy me a nice cocktail and do something normal, But some people might be go buy some lip gloss. Hell, I don't know. For me, it's usually a nice meal, a good atmosphere. No pun intended. Something that will recalibrate your thinking. You know what I'm saying? Will take you out of the space where you should have went. Just because you overthink it. It's a little woosah moment. I think that we all need those. But it may entail treating yourself. I'm gonna get carried away. But it is what it is. This might be one of my hangouts though. I like to chill in here. I'm nosy as hell. I'm gonna hear what the man next to me saying. That's that.
possible seat that will take you to a spot where you can bid online.
Yeah. Well, my company is freaking school right now. But I did have cocktails last night. It was cool. I got it after these for a little while. It was cool. You know what? It honestly, it feels good to laugh, to smile. You know, even though I'm in the middle of a huge transition in my life. Being in the perspective of it's only been a couple of weeks, I will say that I am definitely in a happier space. You know, I smile more. I'm laughing. Sometimes I told my friend yesterday, I said, sometimes I sit in the parking lot, I will eat some chicken. I sat in that parking lot for a whole hour or something. I could have been working at that time, but I took in that moment and I just chilled. Life is to be lived. And sometimes living life means to sit still in that parking lot and just look at the sky. Reflect. I did my little orders or whatever. And I got done and with the Applebee's, had some laughs and a couple cocktails. Went home and got in bed. Feel good. Feel good. Definitely feel good. But the more people I meet, and the more company I have. Right now, I don't know nobody like that. I think the most favorite part of my journey so far is journeying alone. You know, me and my friend, we even went out at happy hour and things like that. The part I'm most enjoying is to get out and figure it out myself. You know, it's not one time I've had to ask her, how do you get somewhere or anything. Since I got here, day one, I told you I was gonna hit the ground running. I had to hit the ground running. You know, first day, boom, get off the highway, go to a class. Second day, get up, get in the street, 10 o'clock, do my thing. I literally probably know my way all around all of Virginia Beach, pretty much, for the most part. I done been to every nook and cranny of this area. The other day, I was able to go through a lot of Norfolk. One side that I hadn't been on yet. Nah, because when I got out my parents' house, my rent was $25. They're taking me back there. I would so love it. I wish. $25 rent is that thing. Living in the housing project you said you would never live in. No, my rent was $18. Then it had went up to 25. Remember? Back then they had a waiting list, but if you was homeless, you could get in faster. So we would get into the program. That's how I got my housing. We got into the program, and you had to stay there for like a week. A week or two. We had a curfew time you had to be in. So we would go in there at night and like wet our washcloth, make it drip and wet, so that when they came to inspect in the morning, it would be like you just got out the bath and things like that. And you'll get in your housing quicker. My rent was $25, $18, and it went up to $25. eyesight. So nosy. So nosy. Listen, my daughter still is paying like $600 something rent in Ohio for a 2 bedroom. I wish like it. You paying $600 rent. You either live in somebody's room or you in the battle zone. Rent is really ridiculous. This is how you know it's ridiculous. Like the housing place that I lived before, like not the last place I just moved from, but the place that gave me PTSD. They had like income restricted. If you didn't make over so much, then your rent would be lower. So the regular rent might have been like 1,100, but somebody across from you was paying 800 or something. I'm like, it's the same apartment. There was no differences or anything. That's how you know they charge you 2 days so much. That's called having kids. Atmosphere. I always use the system to benefit me. Stepping stone. I hated being in the system though. I remember they tried to make me get child support on my kid's father. Like, I went to the hearing or whatever for a paternity thing, and he like locked up when my kids were born. And the man had me in the room, was trying to tell me how my kid's father had like 10 kids. Like he was trying to get me pissed off to try to go for child support. You know he had other children, yes. But did you know he had like this? And I'm like, no, he didn't. Yeah. He was like, no, he don't. He was trying to tell me that my kids had all these extra children that I knew he didn't have, but and let me see how they would try to manipulate you to get these men thrown into that system. I never got child support. I never even tried to get it. The most I did to child support was change my children's last name. Well, not even change their name. My son, his name got changed because he had my last name when he was born. But the lady told me I couldn't put his father's last name, but that wasn't true. But he established paternity. So my son's name got changed to his last name. My daughter already had his last name, but what they did was add his name to the birth certificate. But that man was trying his hardest to make me get child support by doing what he thought was making me angry. I'm like, dude, all his kids be at my house. You're lying. His kids love me to this day. When that man died, he said he's gonna have 10 kids. He's got 10 kids. There's only one grand so far. And them crab balls is a crab bites. I keep calling them crab bites. These crab balls good as hell. Crab bites. Like, I just gave up on the system, man. I just started working and I went hard. That's why I said when I was 20, 23, 24, I was easily 6 figures. But I didn't understand the dollar then. I didn't understand all the things about saving and investing and things like that. That's why now it's just so important for me to implement what I've learned, over the years and not have a repeat of those things. I was making way too much money to even try to get any kind of assistance. I wish I didn't F it off, but I did. And when I cared about what I was wearing and trying to look a certain way. Give a damn now. That's gross. Some people don't never grow up. I definitely grew up. I had a man ask me the other day, "Is your pretty good?" I said, "Hell no." Shit changes though. You know, I have lived a life. I did not was not the best steward of my stuff. I'm sure I ain't got the worst, but it ain't good. In other words, no, I can't put no motorcycle on my name. You know, back in the day, like a hairstylist, for some reason, men thought we made so much money, and they would always try to get us to put like motorcycles and stuff in our name. Like, dude, that's weirdo.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's a real chocolate. That's sweet. Mm. I'm still learning the value of the dollar. I know I am. I'm learning about everything, saving. There's no shame in my game. I didn't know a whole lot. I wish I did, but my setup would be great right now. But there's no time like the present. You know, I think a lot of times people think it's too late, but it's never too late. And the value of the dollar is like becoming lower and lower. I'm understanding. You're right. I got Bitcoin because of this. I still don't know the 100% in and out today because I haven't really just sat down to do my homework. But I know what I put in and I know what I got now. Might not be a whole lot, but I don't touch it. I just let it do what it do. And every now and then, a lot of times, usually if I catch him on live, then I add to it myself. Like if I catch him live, every time I catch him live, then I'll put in like a couple dollars into my account. I've always take care of myself. I mean, I think that we all should be capable of taking care of ourselves. Then when someone comes along and adds to that, it's appreciated. You know, my mother, she always taught us that don't no man want nothing else. So it's like, even today you see it. How do you expect this man to do all these things and do all these things when you aren't any of these things to yourself? So it's like I go hard. You know what I mean? Like I go hard for myself because I have to. You know, do I want help? Hell yeah. I want help definitely. I'm on the wrong side of my head. I really want help, but until that help comes, guess what I got to do? Take care of myself. But I know that what I've learned is now. Okay, let's go with how they say in the Bible, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And obtain favor with the Lord. Me understanding how to take care of myself and get my own is part of my favor. So if a man comes on and he takes care of every single thing that we have together, that's his favor. I'm able to cover him in need. You know, I'm able to take on our household if need be. That's the way I see, knowing how to take care of myself and what I do in my singleness. You learn how to be that person that can cover in a time of need. You know, if I was with a man and I see we're doing something, we have a common goal, he might not require me to do anything. But if I see something needs to be done, my automatic instinct is, especially if I can, then I do it. I pick that up because I make the burden lighter on him. And it's also a way to show appreciation. You know, I have friends that are married and don't have to pay for anything. Nothing. Car notes, insurance, phone, nothing. Got properties and all types of stuff. It's time for her car to get a new lease. He go get the new car. I don't know what she would do in the event of him not being able to do those things. But for me, if I had somebody doing those types of things, number one, if something happens and he can't, then I need to be able to. That's the first thing. Second thing, it's really not anything that he should lack in his home if he's doing all of that. A lot of people like to try to take the role of a woman and you know all that stuff out of context. But I eat that breakfast strawberry and got surprised. It's ugly. But if you are a woman, and maybe even a man, and everything in your household is taken care of by the other person, in the form of gratitude, that household should be immaculate. That man shouldn't be hungry when he comes home from work. That man should not hear you nagging at him when he gets home from work. The house should not be out of order. Me personally, I don't want to not do anything. You know what I mean? Even if I have someone taking care of me to that extent, I would still be building on my end. You know, you never know what happens if that person ain't care. I think a lot to life that I think that if we take the world out of our thinking, we will see the fullness of the blessing of having two versus one, and then having a proper order in your relationship as far as a woman being submissive and not us thinking of the way the world thinks is, oh, you submissive, that means do what I say. I don't, you know, stupid crap. Because we know that it tells us to be submissive, but it also tells him to be submissive. If you're his helpmeet might not mean help me with 50%. It might mean when he comes home from work after a hard day, you're not going to give him shit in return. You're not going to be fussing about something and then take out the trash. Take out the trash yourself. Help might be, I ain't got it all this month. Can you do it? Yes. The help might be alleviating his stress. You have women that got everything in the world given to them, and then they try to withhold their butt. I'm talking about married people. Married or think they married, whatever the case may be. It's weird out here. I think we make everything hard, you know. Things that should be simple are not. Things that should come easy to us do not. But as we were talking about examples earlier, a lot of us don't have an example to even know any better. My example was today. My parents would have been married 51 years this year. But what I learned from them is I did learn the help me aspect because if my daddy was there, my mama had it. But I also learned that my mama wasn't a very submissive woman. She's very nitpicky. So as much as I learned how to be certain things from them, I learned what I didn't want of what they had. So my goal is not to mimic what they have, it's to take what they had, implement it into my life, and try to make it better. Do the things that I think my mama could have did, or vice versa, you know. That's called learning. These strawberries ain't no joke, man. What the fuck? Woo. Listen, I'm more scared of Tuesday. I would love to go home and go to bed right now. Strawberry so strong, boy. I ate the one that was in here.
That was just a regular
I
one.
know, that's what I'm saying, and I forgot. So I went to eat this one, and I'm like, whew, that's funny. Uh-oh, I'm about to make a friend. Watch that. Hi, how are you? Good. If y'all knew,
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm real quiet.
yeah.
You wouldn't believe that probably, but in my quiet nature, for me to like really be that personable and friendly with people, it's always like, oh my God, you know, for me. And I'm the type of person that be secure and say much nothing. Like push out to have my comfort zone. It's pretty cool.
We have a Mexican chicken soup and a creamy chicken
Like some people like me from a glass of wine, it's a soup. That's cheap.
soup. No.
Okay. This one.
Yeah, I can see if that's flat.
Oh, yeah. And then, if I wanted to get the chicken on the
We don't have croissants, but you can get it on like we have white toast, sweet toast, sourdough, bread.
Them a few strawberries ain't no joke. You going on a road trip, Abby? Oh, Thanksgiving. That's how out of tune I am with the world right now. I'm forgetting it's a holiday. I wonder what I'm gonna do for Thanksgiving. I need to try to meet me some more friends so I can have somewhere to go.
Okay.
for the salad.
Where? Why you ain't sharing word about it?
Thank you.
You secretly moving in these YouTube streets. Yeah, I'm about to get out here. My battery down to 36%. Let me find out you being a host somewhere. Yep, you won't be on this. Plus, I need to call my kids so they can pay for this food. I get on my nerves. They love their mama. Well, as always, I appreciate everybody that came through to listen to my week talk and hung out with me for a minute. Um, as always, you are more than welcome to hit the podcast. But that's not most important. What is most important is to hit the like button, share, tell a friend, bring them. I hope that something I said today resonated with you. Maybe change your perspective of something. Cause you to look at something that you're going through right now a different way that will cause you to move better, to move with God and know that we can do it. And the simple answer to why we can do it is because I can. Okay? So until next time, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you again on the next time. Bye bye now. And I need to stop the button. I can't reach it. Go off.